so let's go ahead and do some examples of the rules that we've just learned. We're going to start with some easier problems and make baby steps and getting into some more difficult problems. So right here, we just have multiplication of exponents or product of powers. So what we do is we keep the bases the same. So we just have the base, combine the bases, and add the exponents. So right here, it'd just be 2 to the 7th, and that's the answer. All you're doing is simplifying here. You're not solving anything, it's just asking you to simplify. I forgot to mention that everything here that is getting simplified, I don't want any negative exponents. So we would like to have all the negative exponents turn into the positive exponents. Okay, right here. So we have this, right here, we have now 4 different terms being multiplied by each other. So we have 2 that have a base of 5 and 2 that have a base of W. So all we have to do is combine the 5's, one base, and add the exponents. 3 plus 2. That'd be 5 to the 5th power. And then right here I'd have W to the 3 plus 6 is 9. I could simplify this further and make this 5 actually raised to the 5th, just turn it into the number that it is equal to, but I'm not going to do that. So right here, let's go to this one. So any power raised to a 0, we just found out that it's just equal to 1, so that's just equal to 1. So right here, so we have the negative exponent I was speaking about. We don't want any negative exponents, so how do we get rid of that negative exponent? It's in the numerator. All we have to do is move it to the denominator and then get rid of the negative. The negative's gone. Alright, so right here we have a little bit more difficult of a problem. We have division. Okay, so the quotient of powers. So the first thing I do, I'm just going to take it one term at a time. That's the best way to approach these multi-step problems. So I'm going to say, start with my m. So I have m to the 4th. So I'm going to say 4 minus 1. We should know by now if there's not an exponent for a variable, it's understood to be a 1. So right here I'd have 4 minus 1. So that would be m to the 3rd. Right here I'd have g. I have 2g, so I have 2 bases that I can divide. So I'd have 3 minus 2. So it's just g. That 1, again, is there, just understood to be there. Then I'd have 8 minus 2. So we just simply have x to the 6th. And that would simplify that problem. Alright, so let's do this last one. This is the power to a power rule. So this 3 is going to have to distribute into all of the bases, including the number. More likely, the biggest mistake that people make is not distributing that 3 to the number base. So right here, I'm going to have negative 3 to the 3rd. And I'm going to have, and with power to power, all we do is multiply the exponent. So it'd be 4 times 3 is 12. Then we have 5 times 3, so I'd have n to the 15th. And finally, 3 times 3, so I'd have y to the 9th. So right here, I was talking about when you have odd powers right here, this is going to turn back into a negative number. Really what I have here is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So this negative times a negative will turn into a positive, so I have a positive 9, but then I'll multiply it by a negative 3 again, so this will really be negative 27 x to the 12th, n to the 15th, y to the 9th. Like I said before, I could have simplified this 5 to the 5th power, but I just didn't want to. It's a large number and I can't do it directly in my head. I'd have to get to a calculator to do it. But that is just a number. It will keep the sign that it has because it's an odd power. In this case, it's a positive, so it's just going to be positive anyways. So let's go ahead and look at this real fast. I'm just going to prove that this works. It's not just math magic. It just works because it does. So right here, if I have 2 raised to the 3rd, I have 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So what I'm saying is I have 8, then I have 2 raised to the 4th. So it's going to be another 2 multiplied by 8, so it would be 8 times 16. 8 times 16 is equal to 128. If I go ahead and go to my calculator and put in 2 raised to the 7th power, I'm really just saying it's just the same thing as 128. So if we could look at it one more way, we could say right here, if I had this if we have 2 raised to the 3rd power, what I really have is 2 times 2 times 2. And then I'm saying I'm multiplying it by 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So if I just wanted to combine all those things together, I'd really just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2's multiplied by each other, which would just be 2 raised to the 7th.